all the way from Belize. So good to see you this morning. I have so much to share with you. Listen, I have been praying to meet this tree. Actually, it's been a couple of years, and finally it came to me, and I want to share this tree with you. It's very rare. A lot of people don't even know it exists, and I bet you can't even guess what it is. But not only am I going to show it to you, I'm going to replant it because I was able to wildcraft it, and I prepared a bed for it. I want you to see it, but I also want to share with you all the benefits that this tree brings to humanity. And we're going to do that today. Oh, okay, somebody's been asking about my earrings. These were made by Karina Castillo right here in Belize. She finds these seashells on the beach, and I don't know, she does things to them and she puts the wire in them, so she made my earrings. And then someone had asked about the pendant. The pendant was a piece of malachite that a friend of mine brought from Africa. He's a diamond cutter, and he gave me this piece. And then another friend was visiting from Germany whose brother was a stone cutter, and he begged me to give him the piece so that he can carve the heart out and make a pendant for me. So this pendant has traveled very, very far. Thank you very much for asking. Listen, guys, if the information you're getting here is useful to you, just click the like button. That's the only way we know that what we're doing is of any use to you. And whatever part of the world you're in, you've been hailing me from all over, send me a heart in the comment section and just the name of the country or where you're at in the world, just to let me know, okay? Spread the love. So here we go. I'm gonna switch you around and you're gonna love this. Here we go. I dug a hole already for you. I hope you can see it, but you don't have to see me. All you have to see is this hole. Now, I bet you didn't know that there was such a thing as a curry tree, and that's what I found. See, I got 2 baby curry trees. I'm gonna plant one of them in here, and then the other one I'm gonna plant in a pot. This is the curry leaf tree, and the botanical name is Murraya koenigii. Murraya koenigii. Or Murraya koenigii. Oh, the birds are coming out. Oh, I think I'm going to put the bigger one in there. It's the one that wants to go. So we're going to put him in there, and we're going to put some of the original soil that came with him, and really pray as we're putting him in there that he likes this environment and that he stays with us and that nobody bothers him. This is a little morning glory that got in there. I'm gonna water it and then put some nutrition around it. But first I wanted to talk to you about it. This tree is called the curry tree. It's cultivated in India, mostly for its aromatic leaves, and I can smell them from here. These are beautiful aromatic leaves. So it's used as flavoring, as you already know, in a lot of the East Indian dishes, but also in a lot of Asian dishes. Now, what I have to tell you right away is it is not the same as curry powder. In fact, it has nothing to do with curry powder. Very little. Most curry powder, as a matter of fact, doesn't have any curry leaves in it. They don't contain any curry leaf at all. Yeah, next time you buy curry powder, read the ingredients. Now, a lot of people don't know that the curry tree is a real thing. They think it's just that powder spicy guy, but it is. And there's a lot more to this tree than just heady aroma and its amazing flavor. So let's take it a step at a time. I'm going to put this so that you can, I want you to be able to see the leaves as I'm talking to you. Hang on. I want him to stand up. You're gonna love this curry tree. Wait till you hear all that it does. Gonna get you a nice close-up. Oops. Hang on a second. Maybe I'll put him here, because I really want you to see this. There. You see? That's a curry tree. Now the leaves of the tree are very, very rich in nutrients and vitamins. In fact, it could practically be a superfood. The leaves are a very rich source of vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin C, and B2, as well as generous amounts of calcium and iron just in the leaves of the curry tree. And yes, the leaves are used to season food, but they've also been used in traditional indigenous medicine to treat a whole lot of health conditions. I'm only going to tell you about a few, but you're going to remember these. Now, we know that most illnesses are caused by, right, inflammation, infections, or some sort of oxidative stress or some kind of cell damage. Well, curry leaves are loaded with an alkaloid called carbazole. Now, carbazole alkaloids are the compounds that have the antioxidant, antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, and even anti-cancer properties. There's an application of mashed fresh curry leaves, like a poultice, that is very famous for having been used traditionally to dress wounds. And not only does it heal the wound, it closes the gap completely with little or no scarring, and then whatever hair was growing on the skin grows right over it, so you can't even tell that you've ever had a wound. And the mashed curry leaves have the same effect on boils, on itchy skin, inflamed skin, sunburn, and even first-degree burns. And the way you would do it is you would take the leaves, you just kind of smash the leaves, and you can smash them. You do it with a mortar and pestle or with your hand. You wouldn't really put it in a blender. You put a little water, and then you take that paste. It'll be a nice green paste. I wish I could show you, but my tree is too little for me to make paste with it right now. And you take that paste and you put it on your bruise or your skin eruption or your boil or whatever it is, of course, after you wash it. And then what you do is you cover it up. You can cover it up with a bandage or Band-Aid, and you sleep with it. You let it sit overnight. And then the next day, you rinse it off and you do the application again. But you're going to see the difference. Now, the same carbazole alkaloids in curry leaves also work to reduce body weight. And that's the other big benefit with curry leaves, is that they actually reduce body weight, or they help your body not retain fat. And at the same time, they reduce total body cholesterol. I don't know how many spices do that. And we would chew about, well, I'm going to start doing it too, about 5 to 15 leaves a day, or just include them in your cooking. Just include the leaves in your cooking. Now remember, this is not the curry powder. These are curry leaves. These are the leaves of the curry tree. And if you don't have access to the fresh leaves like I do or will, you can buy them dry. But make sure it's the curry leaf that you're getting and not the curry powder, because that is not the thing. Now, the other benefit with the curry leaf that I found that amazed me, because I'm totally gray, is that, and my hair is thinning, that you can use the curry leaves to slow down hair loss, regrow hair, and address premature graying. Because the curry leaves, they stimulate the hair follicles. And so they promote the growth of healthy strands of hair. And they restore the hair pigment. Now that I've never heard of. So you can ground the curry leaves into a hair dressing. Now you can do that with the dry ones and the fresh ones. And then you make like a mask for your hair. And you cover your head with it. And you can let it sit I'm not really sure how long you leave it for, but I would leave it overnight if possible and then rinse it off the next day. Now, the leaves are also antifungal, and they are particularly antifungal towards the fungus that causes dandruff. So it's good for dandruff too. So for hair fall and for dandruff, you would grind the dried curry leaves or the fresh curry leaves and mix them with some coconut oil, and you use that as a dressing. Now, how much coconut oil you use depends on how much hair you have. And you would leave it on. That one you would leave it on for about a half hour. And then you wash your hair, massage the oil, just the oil. You squeeze the oil out, massage it into your scalp. And you would do that once a week. And that should be enough, according to what the ancient ones told me. Curry leaf is also good for dental health. Now, again, I'm not going to go over everything it does. I'm just naming a few things here to share with you. Because it's antibacterial and antimicrobial, the leaves are good for oral health. Just chewing on them is enough to improve the health of your mouth. The essential oils of the plant actually work by strengthening your gums and your teeth. And they remove halitosis, or what we used to call malatosis. They remove bad odor from your mouth. Unbelievable. So the curry leaves actually protect your teeth and gums from foreign microbes and infection. Now, the leaves are also good for balancing blood sugar. I'm just going to go over everything they do, okay? They are good for balancing blood sugar, for lowering cholesterol, for improving memory, or addressing memory problems like dementia or Alzheimer's, for digestive disorders like dysentery, diarrhea, and constipation. They're also carminative. They have a calming effect. So you can use the tea as a stress reliever and also as a remedy to improve eyesight, and a whole lot more. So all I'm saying is this is a curry tree. So include this plant in your garden. Grow these plants. Use the leaves. Again, not the powder. It's not the spice. It's not the curry spice. It's the leaves of the curry tree that you want. That's what you want. Now, I have a